So in the imagery, all the image of the Eucharist is like a insane condensation.
Exactly.
Say the communion meal, it's a condensation of what it means to eat together, but it's also a sacrifice at the same time, and it's this relationship between heaven and earth. Like there's the normal aspect of eating a meal, there's the transgressive aspect of eating flesh and blood, there's the normal aspect of eating bread and wine, there's the fact that it's a table, it's a sacrifice, it's all these things, and it's like it's just so crazy that you would condense all these categories into this space of, like, in the middle. But it's like, yeah, but that's it.
Yes.
Right? That's the source of reality. Like that's how you notice the convergent point of all these things. And that is what, when we look at the story of Christ. So one of the things we're not going to do it here, but one of the things that I've done is I'm trying to show you how, if you actually look at the story of Jesus, it's a crazy, it's an insane story. And because even if you know traditional storytelling, it's like you don't have stories where someone is like a warrior and a king and a shepherd and a worker and a monk, and it's like all these categories jammed into this one story. Like, this doesn't make sense. This character doesn't make sense, but that's the point. The point is to like grab all these story structures, all these stories of descent and ascent and all these different aspects of the gods. A lot of the people that have tried to criticize Christianity will say, well, Jesus is just a copy on all these old gods. And it's like, yeah, I mean, all of them? Like, every single one of them? Like, he's all these weird, like, things that would never, for a pagan, be brought together. And it's like, well, he's Apollo and he's Dionysus at the same time. He's all these things gathered into the one. And so it's like, that's it. So it's like you look at the image of that person on the throne, and it's like, it's that, right, that condensation, right? And it's like, and then that person, that's a condensation of all these things. He is the source, but he also ends up being the judge, right? Because he's the standard by which all the multiple aspects get let's say, compared to, or
the through line.
The through line. There you go.
The through line is found in the multi-aspectual. Yeah, and notice. So Freud noted that a long time ago.